Many saints of the Most High.
Shalom, this is Sister Katora here, showing you about our very first Passover book. It's in our Etsy shop, and let's get to it. So this is me and my many saints, and we're coloring our project. I will say this now, and I'll say it 7 million times more. Always color first. Always color first. It makes it very hard to color a project once you've cut it. So again, always color first. So we've got me, Ariel, and Zahara coloring this project because it would be a lot of coloring for a 3-year-old to do in one sitting. So next I'm going to start with page 4, and I'm going to cut the perimeter of page 4. It's very important that you only cut the perimeter of page 4 because before you cut the internal lines, we're going to glue page 3 and page 4 together first. So here I am just cutting off the instructions, and I have a couple of questions up there just for kids, just a little more interactive, give you like some prompts for kids to follow. I always try to make everything educational. So once you've cut page 4, you can cut page 3. Zahar did a little bit of coloring on here. They can color it or they cannot color it. There is a craft portion to this project using cotton balls or cotton swabs and tissue paper, but it is not a necessity to do. If you don't have those things, you can just color just like Zazie did or color more. So now that I've got page 3 and page 4 cut, I'm going to move on to the next step, which is to glue the two of them together. You're going to always make sure for this project that you glue the spines together, and try to go light on the glue in between the pages because it will make your paper kind of wilt or whelp or whatever, and it's not necessarily the fantastic look. So don't do like I did. I put a little bit too much glue, got a little glue happy, but that's okay. Zazie loves her book nonetheless. Again, making sure that your spines are lined up. There's a section that says fold here. So glue and fold here. Make sure you glue and fold there and do not cut there, because if you cut it, you're going to have to print yourself another one, and that would not be fun. Especially if your kid has already colored it, they are not going to be happy with you. So once you have these two pages glued together, you can go ahead and cut the internal lines, Do not cut again the glue and fold section. Only cut the dash lines. So I'm cutting here our dash lines and then just flattening our paper and moving on to the next part of our project. So this is the craft section. I felt this was the funnest part, but maybe your child isn't into crafting. So again, they can just color it or you can color it for them. So first we're going to start with cotton balls, and the cotton balls are for the lamb. So the technique that I was showing Zazie is to take the cotton ball and to stretch it out. This will help you to use less cotton balls. It'll make the pages less heavier. You can back this with cardboard or cereal box if you want to. It's up to you to make it more sturdy and long lasting. That wasn't the choice or the option that I chose. I just printed on regular printer paper, and so I'm teaching her how to stretch it out, and she's having fun, and she's so super cute. I love Zazie. She's amazing. She's 3, as I think I've previously said, so for her this was a really fun opportunity for us to do some crafting together. She kept wanting to put cotton balls on the sheepy's face, and I was like, wait, he can't see. But in real life, sheep's wool does grow over their face, so she wasn't wrong. So we've got our cotton balls all stretched out. Now we're going to work on our bitter herbs. And so with the bitter herbs, there's 2 different methods that I did with the tissue paper. So the first method I was trying to teach Zazie, which is a little bit more complicated, takes a little bit more fine motor skills, is where you take the tissue paper and you fold it around the bottom of a pencil. And a pencil with eraser works better because it's rounded and it's not as hard, and so, or not as flat, and therefore causing the tissue paper to rip. So Zazie, bless her beautiful little heart, took effort to try and learn how to do this method. Several times she tried it. It wasn't always perfect, but it didn't matter. She was putting in good effort. I appreciated her for that, because she didn't want to just lay them up there. She wanted to do what Mommy was doing, which I was doing, the tissue paper around the pencil, curled around the pencil. But we did a little bit of both, and I actually liked the way that looked. The two methods together on the bitter herbs look was really cute. And so while you're going through this project as well, take an opportunity to just go over the importance of the bitter herbs, because our bondage was bitter, and just take an opportunity to always try and squeeze in teachable moments, right? So because this project is, I wouldn't say it's time consuming, this definitely takes some time, right? The coloring and everything. There's perfect opportunities for you and your little ones just to kind of talk and really get an understanding of Passover. And so I'm almost certain that's not what we were talking about, because Zazie just loves to talk about anything and everything. So I'm sure that's exactly what we were talking about, was anything and everything. I don't really remember at this point in time. Look at my poor children walking backwards. I'm so confused about what they are doing in the background in this whole video. They are so funny. It's hilarious. So we're almost done here with our tissue paper method, and then we'll be moving on to the unleavened bread, which I use different, or you can use different mediums for the unleavened bread. I prefer the cotton swabs, but you can also use a foam or cardboard or felt to do the unleavened bread at the bottom. So with the cotton swabs, I just took them and grabbed a marker and colored on them. The only thing is, if you're really particular about your markers, it will leave cottony stuff all over your markers, so it may not be your best choice. The cotton swabs are the perfect size for the unleavened bread. That was actually by accident. So here are the different types of mediums you can use. They're the ones I was talking about. So we've got felt and brown foam and the cotton swab. I let Zazie pick which medium she wanted to use. So she was into coloring on the felt, which I was like, my flesh was like, oh, why is she coloring on felt with my markers? Me doing it is a little bit different than her doing it. She, was destroying my marker over there, but that's okay. I will survive. So here I am, just I cut a circle the sides of the cotton swab on the felt, because that was the other one she wanted. And then I've got my felt circle. I'm just moving them around, organizing them so that they'll look good. She wanted purple unleavened bread. Don't ask me why. She's 3. What Zazie wants, Zazie gets. So we've got some purple unleavened bread up here. She's feeling purple this day. While she's going to finish up coloring her unleavened bread, I'm going to work on the next page, which is the door. Which this door is page 2. So again, I'm doing all the cutting for Zahara because she's 3 and she doesn't have the fine motor skills to cut it nice enough to where it won't look a hot, busy mess. So here I am just cutting out page 2. All the rest of the pages will just be a simple external line cut. Very straightforward. Clean up your mess, take care of your craft space, make it easier to to play around and do your crafting in. Here is the first page. I'm going to go ahead and cut this one out. Again, just cutting around the perimeter. There's instructions on each page, so it makes it pretty straightforward and easy to keep up with. And finally, the last page. I'm going to give this a little snippety snip snip, get it all cut out, and get it ready to assemble all together. We're on the easy. This is the home stretch here. We've done all the hard work, so let's finish up. Cleaning up my space again, and got page 2, page 5, and page 1, and then here's the internal page, pages 3 and 4. So you're going to take page 1 and page 2, and again making sure that you've got your spine of the book matched up. You're going to glue the two of them together. Then you're going to take page 2 and glue it to page 3. Just a little bit of glue applied here, and then you're going to crease at the fold line. That way it makes it easy for your mini saint to open and close their book. So here I am, got my page 5, going to glue my page 5 to the back of page 4. Again, just focusing on the fold line. Go ahead, crease up your book, make sure it's all nice and ready for your mini saint to play. That's important, because if you don't crease your book, I'm sure they'll just tear it up. So that's the completion of our project together. Hope you enjoyed it. Now I'm just going to show you one I did by myself. Here's my Moses. He's splitting the Red Sea over here, handling his business. And then we've got our page 2 with our Passover door, our lamb, and the scriptures, our bitter herbs, and the accompanying scriptures for that. And then I did the cotton pads, colored them with markers, two-tone, because I'm fancy. And finally, my Moses over here in the book. So that's it. Really straightforward and easy. I hope you enjoyed this project. Head on over to our Etsy store and you will see all the fantastic things that we're doing over there. We've got games and puzzles and worksheets. You think it, I've probably done it. And if I haven't done it, go ahead and let me know what you'd like to see. I'm always looking for ideas, ways that I can better serve our community and working as Vineyard. So I love you guys. See ya, I'm back. Again, hit me up. Don't be afraid. I love to talk and I love to engage and I love everything that you guys share with me that your many saints are doing out there. So keep it up. Keep doing a great job blessing our community by raising up Yah-fearing young men and young girls. Our future is in your hands. Shalom.